What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Illest the Kicks. So we back once again with a dope episode. So excited to be back, and took about a week break, but I got a dope guest who's going to be on the show today, Rufus Sims. He's from Chicago. So I'm just getting everything set up right now. All right. So we should be live on Instagram as well right now. All right. So yeah. So all right, now we back. You feel me? So got Rufus Sims. Let me bring him online right now.
Yo,
Yo, what's good, Rufus? Can you hear
yeah,
me?
yes sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, I was trying to get my computer loaded up, but I was taking too long.
Oh
How
yeah,
you
you good
doing?
to go, bro. Man, I'm doing good, Rufus. Man, excited to have you on the show, man. I know you got a lot of stuff to be, happy for right now, dog. A lot of dope projects dropped, within the last 6 months. The project with Jay Hayes for the Little People dropped last year, the end of Q4. Then you got the new project out right now with Ill City, Ill Dirty Rufus, man. So a lot of dope projects out, man. A lot of stuff, to be happy about, man. How you feel, man, with all the success, man, all the great reviews that you've been getting and stuff like that, man, from those last two projects.
And I feel good. I'm happy that everyone's being receptive to the projects. At the same time, I still feel like I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of projects that I got in the cut and a lot that I've been working on. 'Cause I got a new baby coming in July, so I set a crazy goal for myself to
congrats,
knock out.
congrats on the little one. Congrats.
Man, I
That's a
appreciate that.
blessing.
A blessing, a new blessing to the household. So I'm like, all right, let me when the baby come, I'm gonna take a little bit of time away from the studio. So I just
Hmm.
been crushing the studio out though, just in there like I said I was gonna finish 10 projects for the baby come. That was probably like in March, but I'm halfway there. So I think I can knock out a few more before July come.
Hey man, that's a dope goal, man. I think it's just something in the water in Chicago, man, because a lot of dope artists out there, man. One thing I can say, y'all put the work in, man, dropping projects. Not only did y'all drop a lot of projects, but it's consistent. That's something that's hard to do, man. And I just feel like that's just a Midwest thing as well. When I think about Vic Spencer, when I think about Bodie in Detroit, when I think about a lot of other great artists that's in that area, like in the Midwest, man. So I will say this: I feel like, man, I'm gonna talk about that later when it comes to Chicago. But y'all have some of the best lyricists right now. Just artists just putting out great music, man. So I just want to throw that out there, man. And you one of the cast that's representing that.
And I appreciate that. Shout out Vic and
Yeah,
yeah, just shout out all the guys, man. Fillmore, Panamera
feel
P,
more.
Jude Jella, I Am God, Jay
Mm-hmm.
Hayes. I don't want to leave nobody out. I said Fillmore,
Mm-hmm.
AM Early Morning Water, you know what I'm saying? Brick Kid Breeze, Joel Q.
Yeah,
It's some cats out here doing that thing for real.
it really
And I
is,
think
man.
and we formed a family of sorts. We formed
Yup.
not to say that we're a group, but almost like a conglomerate. Like, and
I love that though. I love that, man. Cause that's something I want to speak about that later too, man. Just the support that you all got, man. That's something that's really dope. I love that, bro. And you don't see a lot of that because rap is it's competitive. It is, you know what I'm saying. But I will say this: I think like when it comes to Chicago, and I think of upstate New York as well, right? Like it's a lot of love between those two areas. Like when it comes to like yourself, Jay Hayes, Vic Spencer, Panamera Pre, y'all be supporting one another. Like when it comes to each project, and I see that with upstate New York with 38 Special, my man Ito, the whole Griselda crew and stuff like that. So I love seeing that support, man. And I feel like it's a lot of similarities because I still feel like even though Chicago is known, it's on the map in hip hop, but I still feel like it's overlooked at times. And
for
Cameron
sure.
mentioned this on It Is What It Is. He said he think Chicago has some of the best lyricists, if not the best. He was talking about, Twister and how he remade Adrenaline Rush because of hearing Speed Not Monsters and Twister and stuff like that. So I think Chi Town, man, y'all been putting out some of the best
Uh-huh.
music within the past year. Yeah, man, we gonna bring Rufus Sims back online. So let me bring him back. All right.
Somebody
Yeah.
call. Oh, man.
Nah, you good, Rufus, you good. But yeah, man, I'm just saying, I love that support that you all have, man. I really do. So, and man, I just want to talk about, man, when I first heard your music, Rufus, it was last year, man. It was actually the Coke Raps part two,
Mm.
and it was my brother hit me up, Dre, and he was like, man, I got to put you onto a new project. Shout out to my big bro, Dre McFly. I
Shout
was
out
like, what it
Dre.
is? And he was like, the little people. So he sent me the track Magic Johnson. And man, when I heard that, the beat, hey man, it was amazing, bro. Like, and I listened to that project from start to finish, dog. So I love that album. That was my introduction, man, to you and also Jay Hayes as well. And I started hearing other artists from Chicago, from Vic Spencer, in Church with
Mm-hmm.
Sneakers with Panamera P. So I started going down a rabbit hole. I just started looking through the music, man. I started looking at the other projects that you all did, man. And the other project you did last year, Landlord, is that like
And yeah,
Landlord
what?
Beats?
Yeah,
Yeah,
West Side Landlord,
West Side Landlord.
Deviant Beats. I just
Yeah,
finished
dude.
West Side Landlord too recently.
And I love that project, man. I love those
You
beats,
know,
man. I really do. So I know he did a
shout out
project.
Deviant.
Yeah, shout out Divian, man. He did a project with Panamera as well.
Yeah,
That
and he got him and Vic got one too in the cut.
man,
Him and Hayes finna drop one in May. They finna drop one
that's gonna
like
be
in like
crazy.
2 weeks.
That's gonna be crazy, man. So yeah, man. And I was just listening to that album, man. Magic Johnson was the introduction. Then I found out y'all had a video for that joint too. So it goes back to
Mm-hmm.
that support, like you mentioned. So man, it just put me on a lot of other artists. And Jujilla, that's how I got introduced to him. So and yeah, man, it was dope. And this crazy thing about it is that after I heard that project, that's when Vic Spencer dropped "Being the Bigger Person" sucks. Then you was on the album as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, man. So I just love that, man, and I just really been listening to a lot of Chicago hip hop, man, since then, like the other artists as well. So I want to give you your shout outs, man, because I was like, yo, man, like this project got me. It felt like, you know what, Rufus, when I first heard that Little People project, kind of reminded me of the first feeling when I heard the clips. When I heard the clips,
Mm.
that's what it reminded me of, dog. And when I,
It, it's this writer that be saying that he like, man, y'all like a Chicago Clips.
yeah, man, y'all got your own identity as well. But you know what I'm saying, got your own identity. But when I first heard the clips, it was actually a track called "The Funeral." I heard it on Rhapsody.
Mm.
This when Pusha had he didn't even have brains at the time, and
Mm.
and it's crazy that then couple years later, that's when Grinder came out. But when I first heard "Funeral," I was like, damn, who was this? You know what I'm saying? But like when I first heard, the Coke Raps too, man, I was like, yeah, man, like y'all got it, man. Like I just love the production. I love the how y'all could go from different styles, the flow. Like y'all bringing something that the game is missing, man. At the end of the day, people forget, like, the culture come from the streets. That's where it come
Coach,
from at the end of the day.
absolutely.
It
And I
come from
and
the
I think
streets.
I think just by Chicago being so big with drill, it
Yep.
kind of drowned out a lot of the hip hop that was here,
It
and
did.
a lot of cats that were making noise on the underground kind of went commercial, and
Yep.
they kind of I don't want to say switch their sound up, but some people went hip hop rock, hip hop gospel, hip hop this,
Yep.
hip hop that, and we just been, man, the love and respect that I got for the brothers that we've been naming, man, is real, and I think we all got a real love and respect for each other. So it's
Yeah.
less of a competitive thing because it's just like, what I'm saying. What if your brother was in the NBA, or
Yep.
like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like a
That's true.
respect thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And we
real.
we I think when we get around each other and do songs together, it also brings out the best in of us, the best in all of us, because we trying to
Yep.
not necessarily kill each other, but we just trying to make sure we do what we supposed to do. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Come on
That's
with
a
it.
fact. That's a fact, man. I want to talk about your introduction, Rufus. Like when it comes to artists that inspire you to start rapping. What was some of those artists that inspire you to make to make that transition into the booth?
Of course, Nas and Jay-Z, of
Yeah.
course, but when I got a certain age, it was like Kanye and Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That early Kanye,
Yep.
and then Rock Marcy,
Rock Marcy.
yeah, shout out Rock, and a lot of people don't know, I had joined Empire last summer.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that, but I believe,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, Rufus, I think you mentioned something like that on the radar interview that you have. If I'm not mistaken, right?
that's when we first started
First,
building. When we
okay,
first
all
started
right,
building, then it's like I got a video. Rock made the announcement, but I haven't posted the video yet because it's just like, man, I still got a lot of growing to do personally. So I've been kind of.
yeah,
I think I think I'm gonna put out my next project gonna be called Murder Woods, and I think I'm gonna post a video before that.
okay, 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 then, yeah, man. I think I can hold on. We got Ill City as well, man. So
Shout out my
let me
boy,
go ahead. Let me bring
yeah,
Ill City on here, man.
brother Ill.
Yo, Ill, what's good?
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's
What's
the
up?
deal,
What's up?
man?
What's up, Ill?
What's
Yo,
happening?
man. Yo, everything's going good, man. I was just talking to Rufus, man, about to get into that class y'all just dropped, man. And
Okay.
major shout out, though. I was telling Rufus, man, that I got introduced because if I'm not mistaken, you did production on the Little People project as well. If
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
had like one
mistaken.
joint on
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I had one joint, Money on the Flow.
Your money on the floor.
Count G.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Shout
Oh,
out to Count G's.
it's a joint called Roses in the Mud.
Roses in the
Yeah,
Mud too. Yeah,
runs in the
yeah, yeah.
mud.
That was
Yeah.
But
dope
that's
too.
that
Yeah.
that was like a bonus joint. But that's
Okay.
with me, Vic, and Rome Streets and Hayes. But Ill did that joint.
Yeah, ill man. Shout out, man, to the production on the latest project, man. Ill Dirty Rufus,
So
man, which is amazing, dog. And I was just telling Rufus, man, just when it comes to Chicago, just as a whole, just with Midwest right now, man, it's a lot of dope artists, man, out here when it comes to bringing that feeling back and bringing the streets back as well.
Yes,
Cats
sir.
forget, like, hip hop, man, came from the streets, man. Not only that, you had to be conscious, and also you had to have that street smarts. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
think about rappers from the '80s. They had intelligent names. Cool G rap, Cool Genius a rap, Rakim Allah. Still street, but
yeah,
they was aware of their surroundings. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get from
And they were
Rufus
so
and so many
witty.
other artists. So
They
witty
were
with
so
it.
witty, man.
So
That's my
witty.
favorite part. I love witty rap. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
respect everything that's out there. I ain't hating on nothing, but man, catch my ear outside of the beat is gonna be the wit of
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm
Yeah, the
saying? The
wit.
character, the wit and the
Facts.
character of a rapper.
And I know something that you mentioned as well. You mentioned this. That one thing, Rufus, that I really, man, you mentioned the artist Rock Marcy. I think
Yes,
Rock
sir.
Marcy, man, he laid that groundwork for that sound right now. Like Rock when
Man,
Marsburg dropped, it was something that, man, I was like, damn, who is this cat? Then I found out he produced this beast as well. Then you go back to the witty, he's very witty. Like Rock is
very
real
witty.
witty, dog.
Yes, sir.
Very witty, man.
Very
And
witty, original sound.
very original sound, man. So um, yeah, man, it's dope, dog. So hold on, man. We got another guest though, man. I'm gonna bring Jay Hayes. I see Jay Hayes, man. He in the cut. So let's see, man. Let's bring Jay Hayes on here. What's up, Jay?
What's the deal?
Jay Hayes. What's the deal? What's the deal? So we got Jay Hayes up here, man. So can you hear us, Jay?
Freeway looking at.
Right, right. Looking like freaking what's the deal?
Yo, man, but we just talking about, man, just the artists that inspire Rufus, man, and definitely, man, want to go into the project, man. The album with Ill Dirty Rufus, man, inspired from the artwork from ODB, right? Return to the 36 Chambers, the dirty version, man. Just talk about the chemistry that you got, Rufus, with Ill City, and talk about just the creation of the album. What made you, just want to go in that direction, as far as with the inspire, being inspired from ODB, but also having your own identity, your own sound. Like, how was that creation between you two making this album?
Well, first off, Ill is my brother. Even before producer, just my
Mm-hmm.
brother, my homie, and he's also a DJ. So he has all of my music. He hears every project before it comes out, and he's a part of every project. You know what I'm saying? Giving his opinion, and when he started giving me beats for Ill Dirty a couple years ago, he was just saying, "Man, I want that dirty fold. Like I want dirty." So I started just saying
Mm-hmm.
dirty on a lot of tracks we were doing. And then I don't know when it hit me, but I'm like, man, Ill Dirty. You know what I'm saying? Old Dirty.
Yeah.
Cause I was trying to make I started back having fun with music, and it was just I was having fun by making music that was true to me, and then trying to make something that was even hard for me to duplicate as far as the
Yep.
style. So I'm like, man, I want to have a real original sound. And then who has a more original sound than ODB, you know what I'm saying? When he
Yeah.
said his style has no father. So
It has no father to it.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we started dwelling on that, and then bro, then it's like by the time we really start like getting to the meat of the project, slow down, it was like we had certain already features with certain artists. So we didn't want to
Mm.
get rid of none of our features. And then it just came down to me and Il finding the right order. We went through that order like probably, 7 to 10 different ways to get
Yeah.
that just nice flow
Yeah.
straight through.
Yeah, like and ill when it comes to creating the production for it, right? Is it a particular sound you trying to create when you work with Rufus for this
Um,
album?
you know what's crazy is like a lot of the stuff you're hearing is basically it's like my sound, and it's almost like I have to almost make it tailor made to fit him. Slow
Mm-hmm.
down. You know what I mean? So it's like I think
Look,
because we both are hip hoppers in a way, and we
Yeah.
both like you know boom bap boom bap a lot. I think like it just made it good for the project, so I was able to like because boom bap is my wheelhouse, so it's
Yeah.
like that's easy for me. You know what I mean? So it really wasn't nothing to like make the tracks tailor made because, like you said, I'm the DJ, I'm with him all the time, so it's like I kind of
Yeah.
like know what type of bag he get in because like it's so many other producers that's on our team. We all got our
Mm-hmm.
own like separate sound. You know what I mean? But I know specifically like I really stand out for like on that dark boom bap sound.
Yep.
Millionaire is a more like a crappy boom bap. Logic is
yeah.
more like a soul. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, it's churchy. Yeah.
Churchy, yeah. You know what I mean? Script is more like a sample based funky type dude. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yep.
all of us each got our sound, but it's like for four, I think it's like we like the affinity stones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like each one of us
Mm-hmm.
got our. So when you just
I
kind of
love that.
like a project like Coke Raps, when you just bring us all together, you can tell which one of us produced which one of the records based off of
Yeah.
a sound that we already present. But for four in the project, a lot of those beats were like my early beats because I really only been doing it like
Mm.
years.
Okay.
So to have a sound like that, it's like still like surprising to me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Once we got the coloring of the project done, and it's like, damn, I can't believe I just did a joint like this one and City of God. So it was like, because both of them sound different, But like
Yeah.
I said with Foe, because we just so locked in every day, the project just came out like a fun way. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
It really was.
And
yeah.
City of
You know
God is
one thing.
like,
Oh, go ahead, Rufus.
I was gonna say, City of God is like, even though it's different than the production I got, it still sound like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And that was what I was really trying to like really show too, like my diversity as far as making hip
Yeah.
hop beat. You know what I mean? I can go dark, I can go, hype, I
Yep.
can, just go any type of way. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Yeah, that's one. You know what? Ill like something about just the whole album and the variety of the production, man. And something
yeah,
that what stand out to me about the album is Rufus, man. His songwriting ability, like
yeah,
his hooks, how it's structured, like having three verses down there, like your hook game is
yeah,
crazy, Rufus. Like when it comes to like, for example, Early Bird. Like when I first heard that hook, I was like, okay,
yeah,
where you going with this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then I
yeah,
heard that hook, it
yeah,
was catchy. It was catchy,
yeah,
and the beat was still dope. It was still hip hop.
yeah.
And also Rufus
Not a
Star
lot
was
of
still spitting.
Yeah, and not a lot of dudes like in our world, they make good hooks and good hip
Yeah,
hop songs. I think like
exactly.
we are
I
one of a
agree.
kind who actually like we got the lyrical ability, but we also got the song making ability. And I think that's what
Yep.
separates us from a lot of guys, even a lot of the top guys that's in the industry that we look up to, like a Jadakiss or something. Jadakiss
Yeah.
got the bars and the rhymes, no disrespect, but the song hooking ability is where he lack it. And I think, like I say,
Yeah.
for us in the game, I think in our lanes, that's what's really missing. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what
Mm-hmm.
we try to
Yeah.
bring. You know what I mean? Meaning to songs.
Yeah. I
You know
love
what I
that.
mean? Everything. So
I,
because we
I
want you
try
to
my
feel it.
best to make catch. I try my best to make catchy hip hop. Like
Yeah.
there's still elements of
Yeah.
boom bap, but just a song or because I know that like just imagine we at these shows. It's like cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be witty, but it's like is somebody gonna remember 100 bars from me? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
100 bars
Yeah. I get
if
you.
I, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So it's like let me. And I'm a real conceptual like song maker. I don't like just you know. I, you do a beat and be like, we don't know what we talking about, or like I like to really get into situational type of things and then build from there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I love that, man. That's something that caught my eye. That caught the ear as well. Like, okay, like Rufus, he got those hooks, man. Like when I think about other cats too, like Stove God, for example, like he got those hooks, man. He got those melodies as well.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard on Early Bird. So I'm gonna start with the first track, man. Clean Up Nice. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
love that. The intro, I feel like always set the tone. That set the tone for the album when I first heard that joint, man. And
I
Rufus,
ain't
you
even
was
like that beat
snapping on
at
that joint.
first.
You ain't like it, man.
Mhm.
Hey,
I
that
at
must be.
first,
Hey, he
because
be
like I
banging the
say,
whip,
that was
dog.
the
It set the
that
tone.
yeah,
Yeah,
because like I say, when I made it, that was probably like maybe like a second or third beat, because I was just experimenting with it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I
yeah,
was like, oh, this the actual one, because it sat in the folder for so long, we wasn't even really paying attention to it. And then Fo just and that's the thing with Fo too. Like that's the brotherhood that I got with Fo too, because it's like he take
yep,
a chance on everything, whether it sound bad or whatever. He gonna
yeah,
make it, because a lot of the beats, like a lot of people will pass up on it. And then when they hit four on it, they'll be like, "Oh man, I wanted that joint too."
yeah.
Nah, you
And
passed up on
we
it.
needed an intro. Like we had the project, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
Yep.
was desperate for an intro. Yeah.
we needed attention catching intro, and then I found that
Yeah.
beat which had been there, and I'm like, oh, this it right here, because it
This is
came
yeah. That
on with
was
like
it.
a little sense of urgency and like a
And then it just
Mm-hmm.
flowed, because purposely we made the album so people could just press play and don't touch it, because
Yep.
uh it's like a story before each track or something like that. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
line it up, it's a skit before that track that play. You know what I mean? So it's
It really
purposely we
is.
made it that way so you could just listen from the front all the way to the end. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man,
so
and
for
it's
any
very
other
cohesive.
listeners that's out there, because that's what we kind of like been having to stress for people too that really don't understand the album. If you listen to it from front all the
Yeah.
way to the end and just vibe with
To the-
it, because that's definitely we taking you on the roller coaster.
yeah, it really is, man.
Vic
And
just
it's very
said, how can he
cohesive
listen?
sound.
Yeah.
Vic Spencer said, how can he listen to the stream?
To the stream. Oh, it's on IG Live and YouTube Live. If Vic on Grails Inc. IG, it's on there, and it's on the YouTube Live on Grails Inc. If Vic type in
Okay,
Grails Inc., he could go in and watch it. So it's on IG Live as well.
okay. I'm telling them right now.
Yeah.
Girls Inc., baby.
Oh, we
Yep.
live,
Yep.
live. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah. We
live for
live. We live. Yeah. We live. We live. We live.
Oh
And I
man.
can say I can send it to Vic as well.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. But yeah, well, I appreciate you, bro. Rocking
Likewise.
with the album, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you
Yeah.
listening.
The
And
al the al the al the
Chicago is
album is
definitely,
amazing, man.
yeah, Chicago definitely, as far as like on the hip hop side, we definitely got something. You know what I mean? And we make our age group music, our
Oh
age group hip
yeah.
hop. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
it's like
It ain't for
it's like a
Yo,
everybody.
dope. It ain't for
that's
everybody. It's like adult contemporary hip hop, basically.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
And
yeah,
Yo, that
I'm trying to
I,
make like
I love
current
that.
day hip hop.
yeah,
Like I don't want it to
Yep.
sound like, we learned from the 90s, we learned from the 2000s. I'm trying to make 2025 hip hop though, like the newest
Mm,
model of boom bap. So that kind of be my mindset. Like, all right, is yeah, of course, just to show that hip hop is still growing, boom bap is still growing.
hmm
mm-hmm. It really is. And I think you know what something that you all mentioned is like I make music for my current age group, for my demographic, because you got a lot of cats that get to a certain age and they make music for teenagers. It's like yo, you like you out of that age bracket, you damn near 40, you still making music for them. Like it's not gonna grow. So I'm seeing that right now,
man.
and I feel like when it comes to
I've always yeah. Go ahead though. Go ahead. Finish up, bro.
no, and no, and I feel like right now when it comes to that's what makes boom bap so great right now because there's so many art. You got artists that's dope making music, within their age group. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like as I got older, I can't listen to certain music I listened to when I was 20. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36, so I gotta listen to stuff that's like on my same vibes. You feel me? So,
Yeah,
and I love that point that you all mentioned with that.
yeah. So
Yeah, man.
it's
I
just a
was a
lot of
young
guys in our age group, Joe, that be making that shit. That's sorry for the language, but be making that type of music, and it's like
No, it's
I'm,
good.
the shorties, they got that song up. They got like the trap sound song up. They got the drill
Mm,
sound, and it ain't no knock to even if
yep,
you older. It's just feel like I just feel like you got to present it a certain way. You know what I mean? But a lot of guys you
yep.
see in my age, 40 years old with shiesty mask on. I'm like, bro, it's hot. Take it off. You know what I mean? Slow down.
Yeah,
for sure.
You
And
know what I
I've
mean? You
been a
ain't
young
going on no lick. For us, that's like we use that to go, but we just ain't putting it on, you know,
yeah,
and
party
trying
your
to rap
own.
like the shorties. This
that's
guys
real.
like putting it on, trying to rap like the shorties, look like the shorties, and it's like,
Oh,
give it up.
that's real.
Man,
Give it up, man.
and
Give it up,
we
man.
got
And I
families now, man.
go ahead,
We got
Rufus.
families now. I've been a young street cat before, and my mentality isn't the same. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I want to make conversational
Mm-hmm.
music with those that's on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? And it's still,
Yep.
people on our wavelength can appreciate the artisticness of the
Yep.
music and so yeah, man, I have no desire to be 25 again or 20. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
was a different person.
And some of that, when you mention like, as we get older, we got families and kids and stuff like that, man. And that's something that you mentioned that your kids, man, is a big part of your life. You had your daughter on the intro, clean up nice.
Yeah,
You know
both
what I'm
of them,
saying?
two of them.
So you had her on that trap, man. That man just have you both of them, yeah, both of them. So speak about that, just how family, man, how big a part of that, man, when it comes to your music.
Just I used to have my son on my stuff. He's older now, so he's a little bit like, yeah, that's cool, but my daughters, it was just a opportunity to spend time with them and just something we can go back on when they older.
Mm-hmm.
And we practiced it at
Yeah.
home. And when they came in and did what they were
Yeah.
supposed to do, and they enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. So it was
They enjoyed it.
I,
That's
I love
dope.
I
That I
love being
love
able to
that,
just
man.
incorporate the family in what I'm doing.
Yo, and I want to go back to early bird. It's a line that you mentioned, Rufus, that stood out to me, man. I had to hit the rewind button a couple of times. And it's real, man, because you said something like this. You said float or let alone fly, how folks place their restrictions on your goals and they scared to grow. So they be showing resentment. Yo, speak about that bar right there, man.
And
Like
everybody,
that's
people,
that's all the
you
way
know,
real.
coming from the streets, man, is like sometimes the streets see everything a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And they get kind
Yeah.
of they got a narrow vision sometimes. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, speaking on what we were just talking about, it's 40-year-old cats that's in the street still, so they listen to what's popular in the streets. So, I got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of cats that tell me like, man, bro, you need to do this, do that, do this. And people try to tell you how you should
Mm-hmm.
move, or you know what I'm saying, people that got the feds down their neck and all this. And it's like, nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? I got my own outlook, I have my own experiences, and I got my own fan
Mm-hmm.
base that I'm tending to. But the streets can only see money. They only respect money and power. So, you
Yep.
wouldn't believe how many people tell me that because I used to be a street rapper. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a street rapper, but for our age range. So there's a lot of cats that be
Yep.
giving me their opinions and their recommendations on what I should do. But I'm old enough and seasoned enough to know that in my heart I'm doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts, man. And when I heard that, man, that's real because I feel like when it comes to people who haven't maybe didn't have a chance to really achieve their goals and you talk about your goals, they want to place their fears on you. That's what I got from that
Absolutely.
bar a lot too, you
That's what it
know?
was. For
And
sure.
yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna work.
and
I
I was
don't know if you know.
yeah,
Yeah, it'd be a lot
You
of that.
never
You know what I mean? I don't
you will
know if it's
never have
gonna work, but
yeah.
that achieved their goals telling you, I don't know if it's gonna work.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody
Yep.
who had to settle for something. You know what I'm saying? Or have
Facts.
resentment because
Facts.
they didn't put enough into what they really wanted to do.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
just for
real. And
future
we get it
reference
all the
for
time.
people who watching this, we kind of good. That's why we good on a lot of the advice. We good, Joe. You know what I mean? We good. It's some people will take advice from some people, but um, I think we got it. We still trying to figure it out, but I think we got it figured out. You know what I mean? Ain't no disrespect to people. You can give off your opinion, but at the end of the day, we still gonna move how we move.
I had a blood brother just like 2 days ago
Yep. I love.
suggest a beat that I should rap on. And he's like, your flow will go good on this. But it's like, I know for a fact he hasn't listened to one of my projects. I dropped 9 projects in the last 2.5 years. He
Yep.
hasn't listened to one all the way through. If even, you know what I'm saying, more than 3 or 4 songs. If even, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's just like, you know what my flow will be good on. You really like projecting, you know what I'm saying?
We projecting.
Oh yeah.
We get that
So
a
you must
lot,
sound
dog.
good on this.
I'm getting the same thing too. I'm getting the same thing too, dog. When it comes to the episodes, I'm like, yo, y'all must not be watching like my actual episodes. Like they be suggesting certain people. I'm like, this don't even go with the what I'm trying to do at all. You know what I'm saying? So
That don't even
I
match.
feel you. It don't even match. It don't match at all. So yeah, that's crazy. I feel you on that for real, Rufus, man. And another track I want to go to. This is probably my favorite track on the album. Like when I got to this track, I was hitting rewind like nonstop. I probably played it about 100 times. Choir. Like
Mm,
when I heard that
mm.
joint, yo, like how you
Yeah,
killed it ill with the sample and like, yo, I never heard it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that sample right
yeah,
there, yo, man.
yeah,
Like, Rufus, what
yeah,
you talk about in the song is so relevant right now. This is really singing like Jeremiah by
yeah.
they are, dog. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? They supposed to be
That was
winning.
one of those.
So,
Yeah, that was one of those like right there, spot on the mic that he did. Like
yeah.
usually like Fo don't really write a lot. He don't really do nothing until he like get right in front of the mic at the studio. So like, but he does write,
Mm,
but it's not as much now. It's not as much. But those was one of the moments. That song when we
okay.
recorded it, like he did that like right on the spot. Like had the hook and everything, the bars and all of that. It didn't take no time. And I think I like sat on that beat before I gave it to him. I sat on it for like a month before I even gave it to him. And we was just in the studio and I was just going through beats. I was like,
Mm,
he was like, man, go back to that. And I'm like, all right. I sent it to Doc and he uploaded it and folks just went crazy on
Yeah, the energy of it.
yeah,
it. Yeah,
choir.
yeah, yeah. The
Whew,
energy of
that's
that
what I'm
mug
saying.
definitely
Then
cold.
The energy, dog.
then I'm so like he said at the mic is like a lot of times I name a song what the producer named the beat. So I'm like, right. And I love like a little crying. I love a crying sample. So I'm like, oh yeah, choir, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, quiet, bro. That joint right there is crazy, man. And the hook is dope with it too, man. And just what you were spitting on the track right now, Rufus, and also ill. You know, and when it comes to the origins of the culture, right? And people say this way, you find out they not this way. It feels like when it comes to singing like a choir, Cassie trying to make that cool now. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, man, a lot of mores and
Yeah.
values being compromised. And when I was hearing that,
Yeah.
that's where I got from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you still got
Yeah.
standards when it comes to the
Mm-hmm.
whole. So, man, so I love it, man. And I'm going to go to the next one to go to, man, is I'm bouncing around from track to track. But I'm going to go to Broke with Passport Rav, man, Rave. And Phil Maureen is on that track too, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is
Yep.
Yes,
Phil
Yes,
sir.
More
sir.
on that? We're Broke,
Yeah,
yeah, we're
Yes,
yeah.
Broke,
sir.
and shout out to Phil More, man. Shout out to Passport as well. I know he did some work with Spanish. Out to my homie Spanish Rain as well, producer. Man, I want to talk about
Yeah.
Yes,
that
sir.
track, man, because you say something on that track. You said trying to stay in the states like Bill Gates. We can build gates, or you can let your Lord self. Yo, man,
Get
speak
you.
Get
about
to it.
that line there, and just the track overall, and from YouTube.
And it's like what we doing? We building or destroying? Because ultimately, if you ain't building, you
Yeah.
destroying, and
Yeah.
it's it, it's only a matter of time, type of thing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And just the song "Broke" in general, it's just like there's been times in my life where I had more money, or what someone would say, getting money or whatever. To me, I ain't reached wealthy yet, so it's. But
It's
it's
breaking up
crazy the
just a
respect
little.
that money get.
Uh-oh.
Uh, can you hear me? Better? Is it better?
Yeah, I can hear you
Hold
now,
on.
Rufus. Yeah, it's better now.
Let me get in Wi-Fi. I ain't bad. Okay. All right, you there? You there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
can
just
hear you.
like, the whole broke thing is like it's crazy the amount of respect that money get. Like you could be anything. You could be a pedophile, you could be
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But if you got money, people
man.
will look over it. So this transition for me, just in just working on myself as a man, as all type of things, it's just like I might not have been the best person when I had more money, or you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. I used to come to
Yep.
shows, man, 100, people. And these days it's way less. It might be 10 of us come out to these shows together. But my
Mm-hmm.
streams are way higher. So now I gotta think like, man, why was these people around me in the first place? You know what I'm saying? You ever notice, man, people love to be around somebody with money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, people are overlooked. You could be telling on people, you could be doing whatever. So for me, it was just like, all right, remember who was really around when you ain't have it like that. Because them people that really care about you, that's people that really want to see you at your best. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Apologize for the technical
You there, bro?
issues. So let me moment, people.
Okay, okay. Can you hear me? Should I get back in? You hear me?
All right, sorry about that, Rufus. It was uh I was having technical issues right there.
Let me. Yo, there we go. I can't hear you though.
All right, I think I'm back now.
There we go. There we go. You
Yeah,
hear
okay,
me?
we back now. So let me
We back. We back.
add Rufus back on the line. All right, sorry about those technical issues, everyone.
We back. We back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, bro? Go back to where I was at. Yo, yo, yo.
All right, let me get. Is it? All right. All right, Rufus. Sorry about that, dog. We back. We
Yo.
back,
Nah,
man.
you are. We. You can hear me? Can you hear me? Yo. Can you hear me? Oh, let me try to.
So, let me
Let me try to.
see. Let all right. Let me go back. All right. All right.
Technology acting crazy.
All right, I'm back. Let's see. Okay, I'm back. I'm back on. I'm back on now. All right, bet. Can everyone hear me? All right, I'm just making sure I'm back on. All right, let me get Rufus right now. Let's see if he's back. All right, connection, reconnecting. All right.
Yo, yo,
All right, let me see. Let me see. All right, we was having issues. Apologize. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring Rufus back online right now with us. All right.
yo, yo,
Yo, what's up, Rufus?
yo.
Yo, we back,
What up,
man.
bro?
That
We back. We back.
we back, man. Sorry about that, bro.
Back then.
Apologies for those technical issues. But we getting back now. We back on, right where we left off. I know we was talking about the track broke.
Yeah, we was
I think
talking
that's the
about bro.
last. That's where we left off, man. We was talking about bro. You was talking about how people, man, overlook anything if you got money. If you got
Yeah.
money, they'll overlook it, and that's real. That's real. I mean, we see it right now. We see it right now, man. These times. But yeah, I love that track, bro, man, because like, man, you got personal on that track right there, and I feel like everyone could go through that. You know what I'm saying? Before you get to where you want in life, a lot of times you got to start at the bottom. So, man, listen to it just make you want to get your hustle on. You know what I'm saying? Want to make you strive for more. So I love how you put that track in. And I think the one thing the album Rufus like is so balanced. Like you got the album was very balanced. I loved it. I want to go talk about, man, the track "Acting Crazy" with you and Bizarre. Because if I'm not mistaken, man, like you formed a dope relationship with Bizarre. So talk about
Yes,
that,
sir. Yes, sir.
man. How you was able to connect with Bizarre.
Bazaar hit me up on IG in the inbox, and he was like, man, is your real name Rufus?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my real name." And then he sent me like his he sent me something basically that showed me his real name is Rufus too. His name's like
Word.
Rufus Johnson. Yeah. So so I think we really started building off of that and just talking, keeping up with each other. He told me he had been watching. Then he invited me out to his birthday show in Detroit. So I went out there. They showed a lot of love when I performed. So then we started talking about doing him coming back to Chicago to perform. So we put together like this Chicago to Detroit thing. Me and the guys went out there. Me, I Am God, Jujilla, Panamera, P. Hayes, Ill. We went out there and performed. And then he came back out here with like 4 or 5 cats and they performed up here. And just trying to,
Damn.
bridge the gap a little bit between the whole Midwest thing, just bridging the gap, Chicago and
Yeah.
Detroit. And me and him been locked in ever since. One of those trips, I shot the video for Acting Crazy. Think I sent him 2 songs, and he was like, "Nah, Acting Crazy, the one." And he definitely acted
Yeah. Acting
crazy on
crazy
that
was
joint.
crazy. Yeah, he did. Yo, it was
And I
dope.
think
I
it was
love the
perfect for
video.
him because man, thank you. APJ shot it. Shout out APJ.
Yeah.
And Bizarre, his whole style is crazy. So it was perfect track to put him on, and of
Yep.
course, just the whole Ill Dirty Rufus. So yeah, I think it came together
Man, shout out to
nicely.
Bizarre, man. Yeah, the one thing I shout out
Shout
to
out
Bizarre
Bizarre.
because Bizarre, man, he support a lot of artists, man, that's independent. You know, I remember he had a track with Calico called Cardi's. You know what I'm saying? So he stayed locked in. He stayed locked in with what's going on in the independent scene. So shout out to Bizarre, man, for
Yeah,
real. So
he is a key person in the underground in Detroit. Like he's really
yeah,
locked in with
it
a lot of
really
artists.
is. It really is,
For
man.
sure, shout out
So
to
shout
Troy.
out to Bizarre, man. That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to the whole 313, man. So I actually got the hat on right now. So shout out to the 313. I was born in Flint. Shout out to the whole Midwest, man.
For real, you was born in Flint?
You feel me? So yeah, something that I want to go back when Rufus. Yeah, I was born in Flint, man. Born in Flint. So came down. We moved down to the south. As I was young, we moved down to Tennessee, Columbia, Tennessee, but born in Flint. My siblings, they was mostly raised in Flint because they was. But yeah, once that environment, that Midwest environment, they ain't gonna. It's never gonna leave you. It's never gonna leave you. That's something that I noticed
Uh,
growing up in a
I you still
household. That pride.
are you still in Tennessee?
What's up, Rufus?
You still in
I'm in
Tennessee?
Nashville now. Yeah, I'm in
I
Nashville.
was just in Nashville over the weekend.
For real, damn. Dog.
Yeah, I
We
didn't
could
even
have
know you
linked up,
down to
Rufus.
hit you up.
Could
I
have
was
linked
down
up,
there.
dog.
You ever heard of
Yeah.
Shannon Sanders?
Shannon Sanders. That sound familiar, but I might have it. Shannon Sanders. Nah,
He
not
like
really.
he's like a producer, arranger, writer, but he wrote and produced Brown Skin for NDRE and got a Grammy
Oh,
for it.
damn. Oh shit. I didn't know that. That was a hit too. That's a classic.
Yeah, he was running me around, man. We
Yeah, man.
went to I was out there Friday through Sunday. I left Sunday morning.
Oh, damn.
All I
Yeah,
did was
man. Hey,
record
we could have
though.
connected for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
I'll be
try some of
back
the hot
soon
chicken?
though.
All
I
right.
had some Slim and Huskies that had the I had like some hot chicken off the Slim and Huskies joint. Then I tried
Yeah.
another hot chicken. I
Not a
had like a
slim.
hot chicken biscuit. I think it was Prince's, maybe, but it was
Princess. That's the
hot chicken.
OG spot. That's the OG.
Man, it was all good. And we went to a soul food spot called Kingdom, I believe.
Kingdom. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
So they,
everything I had out there was good though. I ain't gonna lie.
all right. Yeah. Nashville growing, man. It's growing. I ain't gonna hold you, dog. Nashville done grew so much, man. I know when we came down here, it wasn't nothing like that. So it done grown so much. But yeah, the hot chicken, that's the staples. Prince is the OG. They got Hattie B's. I feel like I always say Hattie B's is a gentrification of that's a gentrified hot chicken right there. But people rock with it. Slimmer Huskies. That's shout out to Slimmer Huskies. I actually did an interview with one of the owners last year at Jackson State University. So shout out to my man Clint Gray. Shout out to the whole Slimmer Huskies crew. So they got a lot of good food. So
Man,
pieces be
I
dope.
had a hot chicken and jalapeno and banana pepper. That joint was fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they got some good food. So that's dope. So next time you down here, Rufus got to lock in, bro. For real. So that's dope,
Ah,
man. That's
for
real
sure.
dope.
Soon too. Real
Yeah,
soon, bro. I'm gonna let you
yeah,
know. I'll be down there.
yeah, yeah, man. And yo, and something that I want to go back, man, just to we was talking about this earlier, just the culture of Chicago. And I feel like it's in a really great space right now. And I know that we know about, the drill sound and the shop, man. But the current sound right now, y'all have your own identity, like I have it right now as well. And I also want to speak about just being independent. Like when you think about the underground, a lot of cats in the underground that's more successful signed to the majors and making more money to the cats that signed to the majors, man. Talk about just that the culture of Chicago right now, and also just being independent and being in control of your own destiny right now when it comes to being an independent artist.
Man, it started off rough, but as you start getting traction, you can see, okay, when you start building a fan base,
Yeah,
you just got more control over because the mainstream politics, they throw a lot of money out into marketing just to, I feel like it's a lot of uncertainty in the mainstream. And a lot of those cats,
yep,
if they even are able to get out of the situation, they don't know what to do. And we kind of
that's
learn from
true.
trial and error. And a lot of the underground cats, you kind of, before you get a budget, you will have a fan base. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna
Oh,
pay attention to you until you do. But yeah,
hmm,
once you start garnering that fan base, you could really capitalize off of it. As far as the mainstream,
yep,
you gotta, they spend so much money in just the attention. It's not even necessarily garnering a fan base. It's just like the attention of the moment. And then the money that's being
attention.
made is to pay back off that high interest bearing loan for garnering the
Yeah, that's
attention.
true.
So
You're right. You're right, man. And it's crazy when you think about it. Like signing to a major, it is like getting a loan, a high interest loan from a bank. It really is because you got to pay it back. You got cats who can't even leave the label because they in the red,
if
and
they in the
a lot
red,
of
and
times it
what
ain't
was what appeared to be a
red.
successful, it could be a song that a bunch of us have heard, so it appears to be a successful thing, but still in the red.
Still in the red. Then not only that, if you go on tour and try and make your money, they get a percentage of that. I'm here, they get a percentage of the merch sometimes as well. So, and I
Yeah,
see that from a lot of artists that the music they really want to put out, they can't put out because they own a label. That the executive saying, nah, we don't want that sound. We want this particular sound. So you got a lot of cast that's making a particular sound they don't want to make. They don't want to make it all, but they have
yeah.
to make it, right? They have to. So I think right now, when it comes to being an independent artist, it's really great. I love it. I love it right now because it's like you're in control of your own destiny. But like you said, Rufus, it is a lot of hard work. I think a lot of people don't understand. Like, if you don't have that mindset or that mental capacity, then you're not going to make it when an
I know.
independent artist. Like, and you can't you don't have the whole crew, the whole team or whatever. Sometimes it's just yourself doing everything, you know what I'm saying, the managing, getting shows and stuff, booking studio time. So it's a lot of work that goes in it, but also like the reward is so greater. I know I seen Jermaine Dupri, he had a discussion on Twitter about like why artists don't want to go, sign to a major. Like, what is the benefits of being independent? And I know I seen Ransom, shout out to Ransom. He responded back. It was like, got my own publishing, my masters. I could drop whenever I want to drop. I don't got to go to those loopholes on being on a major. I don't got to deal with the politics like that, being on a major. Like, he was like, I got my own sense of freedom, and a peace of mind as well. So, um,
But
when it comes to
of
being an
course,
independent artist, so I love that.
Jermaine Dupri will have the outlook he has because that he's into
Hmm.
building artists and getting a big chunk of that money back. So as
Yeah,
well,
true.
underground
Facts.
artist had to build himself. So
Bill
even if he
himself.
joined Jermaine Dupri on the back end, even if that were to happen, the chunk of money that he would receive would be smaller because it's like
Falling.
I don't, I don't need you to dress me. I don't need you to do this. I don't need you to do that because we are, as you can see, we got a fan base. So something's working right. So we just need that marketing budget.
Mhm. Using the marketing budget. Yep. That's true. That's true. Because at events, when they get to events, they usually go and what, get the jewelry, get the crib and stuff like that. So have your events already gone. That's when you gotta pay back, like
Yeah,
you mentioned, like when it comes to like a Jermaine Dupri, in that case, like that's money you're gonna have to pay back.
yeah,
So they
and
just give you that money, you think, nah, it's not.
it's not free. Ain't no such thing. And then it's
No
like
such thing.
that's more than often gonna be the biggest check you ever see.
Yep. Yep. That's real. That's real, dog. So I definitely want to speak on that, man, because I feel like with you, Roof, he's did a great job creating that fan base as well. When it comes to each album, doing great, even doing better than the previous project. Because if I'm not mistaken, with this, it was number 5 on the iTunes, if I'm not mistaken. I know when you drop acting crazy video,
Yeah.
you mentioned that in your caption as well, man. So that's dope as well, just putting that groundwork, man. So, and I always say to this, when I hear cats like, man, you know what, hip hop ain't what it is, is a lot of whack artists, and yeah, it is whack artists out there, but I feel like, man, it's very much alive, bro. Like Ground been carrying a torch for many of years. So I was like, you gotta look, you find these artists. It's like that's why I got this platform, man, because a lot of artists that come on the show, I rock with them. I love their music, been listening to their music for years. So man, and seeing what you the other underground artists is doing right now, man, is really dope, man. I feel like y'all inspiring a lot of the cats that's so-called in the mainstream, right? I mean, we hear it all the time. So, you know, I think right now, I think the game is shifting, Rufus. I really do. I feel like cats is paying more attention to lyrics now, in my opinion. I feel like kind of started with the pandemic when we was inside the house, where you couldn't go to the clubs, when you had to actually just sit down and listen to the lyrics, right? Also, with the
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick and Drake battle last year, kind of brought back the spotlight of lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Lyrics and dope production. So, I mean, how you feel about that right now when it comes to just the game itself, and like seeing like the best rappers right now is the rappers that's in the underground.
Man, them the cats that really that really sharpened their sword, like put time into the craft. There's a lot
Yep.
of there's a lot of known cats that they, for whatever reason that they got on, and ain't to knock anybody, but for whatever
Yep.
reason they didn't have to really hone their craft, and then it starts to show over time.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Too much
Yep.
fame before you have to be a certain artist, and then even somebody like a Drake. You know what I'm saying? Drake is definitely one of the top artists ever, but Kendrick was more prepared for that hand to hand combat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, he was. He
And
was. And he,
and
I
and
mean,
I
he
really
even
I
shouted out
I
the
even
cats.
think that Drake could have rapped more. I feel like Drake could have rapped more, but
Yep.
in his mind, it's like,
Me
nah,
too.
this is what got me to where I'm at. So some of
True.
those songs he didn't necessarily rap on. He was, you know what I'm saying? I was hoping he would have rapped more. Like he can rap.
Yeah,
Drake
me
can rap.
too. He can rap. He can rap. And Drake is tapped in with the underground as well. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah,
listened to cats in the underground. Like he really do. Like he showcased that, with the last the EP version. When he had Alchemist did a beat, he had Conductor did a couple beats on that
yeah,
joint. Overall, like, he showcased that, like, okay, that sound was influenced from the underground in my perspective. Like having Conductor Williams on the album, having Overcast doing the production. So, I would have loved to see, Drake rap more as well, because he definitely have that ability. I remember Kendrick was doing an
yeah,
interview before the Super Bowl. He was talking about how he was inspired studying, Tay Rock, studying cats, and the battle rap scene, cats that goes, they pen is crazy. Daylight. So to hear that,
Daylight's
it's like,
crazy.
okay, Daylight crazy. Daylight is crazy. So, and just to see him was on a J. Cole project last year. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know Cass is tapped into the underground. So yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. So many dope cats doing their thing. So I think right now it's kind of getting back to that mode, in my opinion. It's kind of getting back to that mode where you gotta spit, you gotta rap. I look at a cat like a Two Chains. Two Chains on a major, right? Going back to our conversation, but he's doing the music that he wants to do now. He did the album with Alchemist, Larry June. That probably would never happen if he was on the major still. But now he's independent.
Yeah,
He can make his music that he want to make, and I heard him talking about that as well in one of his interviews recently, because he said he always been a hip hop head. He always been teasing projects with Selector and cats like that. So now you seeing that. So I love to see that, man, because I feel like cats got to make the music they want to make. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna keep you going forever. So I'm seeing more of that, and I feel like the rappers right now, Rufus, that's over 30 to 35 or up, they the best rappers right now. You know, it used to be a young man's
Nah,
game, they
they the
say,
most talented
but
rappers.
it ain't true. Most talented rappers,
They the
man.
most
Most
talented.
talented rappers. How you feel about that?
Man, they the ones that's been practicing their whole life, opposed to,
Practicing their whole life,
and then once again,
man.
we not knocking nobody, but a 16-year-old who got a wave
Yeah,
or something like that, he just started rapping almost. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some of these cats
start rapping, man. Start rapping.
have practiced to the point of like, the all the cats that's lasting been rapping a long time, bro. People that last past
Long
that,
time. You right.
year or two, they've been rapping. And yeah, man,
Long
I
time.
just feel like as a society, we tried to make rap like it was a young person thing or an old person, old over 30, over 35 can't do rap like it ain't a fan base for it.
Yep.
And it's starting to be proven that it
Yep.
is. So I feel
It
like the
really
lane
is.
still got
It
the
just
lane's gonna continue to grow. It might not never be the main form of rap as far as what I'm saying,
yep.
popularity goes, but the money is there, man. The fan base
Mm-hmm.
is there, and it's people that want to hear that. It's people that don't want to hear.
Money.
It's people that don't want to get off work, bro, and listen to somebody that's 16, 20 years old. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, man. And I definitely feel that, man, because it's like I know Melton mentioned something similar to that. He said, "I'm not performing at a summer jam again. Like I'm not doing it." Last time he performed was his last summer jam. He said the disconnect was there with the young crowd. They wasn't even into my music. They didn't even know me musically, right? He said, "I'm not doing that again." So he's like, "If I'm performing, I'm gonna perform in front of my age group."
And they gonna go crazy.
So they're gonna go crazy.
They
They're
gonna
gonna
go
go
they
crazy,
gonna go
man. We
crazy
seen
over the
that.
older. They,
Yep.
they want people his age gonna go crazy over the nostalgia music that he has, and
Yep.
they want to hear the new
Yep.
stuff too. You know what I'm saying? It's like
They want to hear the new
it's
stuff.
scenarios for music. Everything ain't a club scenario. It's like how much of your life do you spend
That's
partying? So you need
true.
songs for damn near every scenario in life and every
Good
age
point.
group in life.
Yep. You do. You do, Rufus. I love that. I know with Tyler the Creator, he dropped that his last album. He dropped it, I think, on a Monday. I think it was a Monday because he was like, I'm not dropping on a Friday because, for people who going to work like 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? They need on the way to work that whole week, commuting to school or whatever. I definitely feel that, man. Before we go, Rufus, man, I wanna how do people, man, get that shirt, man, the Ill Dirty Rufus joint, dog? Like how do they get the shirt, man, the
Man,
merch?
I've been trying to get this website up, man, but until then, they gotta contact
Okay.
me directly.
Oh,
I'm on all platforms at
okay.
Rufus underscore Sims underscore now, RUFUS underscore SIMS underscore NOW. And
Okay.
I'm damn near hand in hand in these joints right now. But I got this website coming,
Okay.
man. I'm just trying to make this whole world the Rufus website where all the
Okay.
music, all the videos, all the merch is there.
Okay. 'Cause I definitely gotta buy. I want to buy one of those joints, man, for real, dog, and support. So, yeah, man. I just want to say thank you, Rufus, man, for
Man,
coming on the
I
show.
appreciate you,
Apologize for
bro.
those technical issues, everyone, man. You always welcome to come back, dog. So, man, really excited, man, for
Yeah,
that
definitely got to come back.
project, Ill Dirty Rufus, that's out. Yeah, come back, man, for real, cause I love that you dropping right now, man. Your sound, bro, is original. It's something that's different out here, man, and people need to get tuned. For everyone, make sure to follow Rufus, like he mentioned, on his social media, Rufus underscore Sims underscore now, if I'm not mistaken, right, Rufus? And they
Yes,
could get them
sir.
on all streaming play right now. Tidal, Spotify, You know what I'm saying? So make sure to go run those numbers up right now. Shout out to Ill City as well, man. Shout out to Ill City. Shout out to all the Chicago, Jay Hayes, Vic Spencer, Panamera P, Dilla, I am God. Shout out to everyone, man. So everyone,
Man,
y'all
shout out to
stay up,
guys.
peace,
Shout out to
love, and good life.
Nashville.
Yeah. Shout out to the Ville.
Peace,
Shout
love,
out to
and
the
I'm
Ville.
coming. I'm coming. I'm coming to see you, man. You gotta take me to the restaurants, man.
I am. I got you, Rufus. I got you, bro. Me and my big bro Dre. Hey, we got you, man. Because you the one who put me on to your music, man. Shout out to my big brother, man. So,
Shout
hey,
out, Big
got you,
Bro.
dog. When
Shout
you
out
come
Dre.
down.
I heard Sweats. Is Sweats another spot on the soul food side that's supposed to be good, right?
Oh, West, West is a staple. That's a staple out here, Rufus. Yes, West is a staple, dog. They've been out here for a long time. A good soul food spot. Then you also got Monell's. Monell's is like a restaurant. That's really good as well. So Monell's is good. Man, it's a lot of dope spots out here, dog. Yo, speaking of
Yeah.
Chicago, they got a spot called Chicken and Waffles. The people who open it is from Chicago. I haven't been to it, but my brother been to it a couple times. It just opened up not too long ago. I heard their food is good too.
Oh, they got
We
chicken and
did
waffles
we
up
we
there
did
now?
have a Harold's down here. Yeah, Chicago
For
Chicken
real?
and Waffles. Yeah, they from Chicago. They opened it up. I think Rufus a couple months ago, maybe like 6 months ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah,
And we did have it
it's two of them. It's two of them out here that I'm familiar with.
for real. Okay. Yeah. Then
Yeah,
we
one
then
in
we
Oak
had a
Park and one
Harold's.
the original one also. Did you go to the Harrows?
Yep. So we got that. So I went to the Harold's a couple times, right? It was okay. So when I talked to some of my Chicago homies, they're like, it's not the same. Because we got some homies from Chicago that stay down here. They're like, it's not the same. So I actually went to Chicago, Rufus. It was back in 2020, early 2020, before the whole pandemic shit. I was up there for like a week. And I went to the Harold's, right? And it was like the one in Chicago
I was
was much
different.
better the one in Nashville. The one in Nashville, yeah, it was different. The one in Nashville actually closed down, man. It's closed now. I didn't stay open that long, but I've been to the one in Nashville a couple times. And I actually had the Mal sauce for the first time when I was in Chicago though. So yeah,
Mm,
I was hooked on the Mal
that's
sauce.
the key.
I was hooked on the Mal sauce.
That's the key. The
Yeah, the
mouse
Mal
sauce.
sauce. The Mal sauce. So I didn't know about that till I went to the one in Chicago. So yeah, Harold's, man. Shout out to Harold's class spot up there, man. But yeah, just want to say thank you for coming on the show, man. Truly appreciate it, dog. And we got to lock in, so I'm gonna send you the number and stuff, man. So let me know when the website is ready, man. Definitely want to support, man. So appreciate you once again, man. Thanks for everyone for tuning in today's episode. Yo, it's the Kicks. It's your man AB with Rufus Sims.
Man, appreciate y'all for having me.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
All right.